Hello students, welcome to chemistry class. Think like a proton and stay positive. Let's begin.
Next salt of this chapter is plaster of Paris, whose chemical formula is CaSO4 half H2O. Means its chemical name is calcium sulfate hemihydrate. Hemi means half molecule of water. Its common name is also POP. Actually, plaster of Paris come from the fact of by heating the gypsum, which is actually found in Paris. That's why its name is also known as a plaster of Paris. Now, how it is chemically prepared? When gypsum, whose chemical name is calcium sulfate dihydrate, is heated at a controlled temperature. Controlled temperature means heated at 100 degrees Celsius only, not above than 100 degrees Celsius. Changes into a calcium sulfate hemihydrate plus releases 1.5 molecule of a water. Its common name is gypsum and its common name is plaster of Paris. In this way, plaster of Paris is prepared chemically. Now, next one is the properties of plaster of Paris. First property of plaster of Paris, plaster of Paris is white colored fine powder. White colored fine powder. It can set into a hard mass on wetting with the water. Means when we add water, water into a POP, it will changes into a hard mass. Hard mass, what is an hard mass? Hard mass is an gypsum. Hard mass is an gypsum, due to which it is used to make number of toys, statues, etc. Next property of POP, plaster of Paris is always stored in a waterproof container. Why it is stored in a waterproof container? Because when POP comes in contact of a water, it will changes into a gypsum, and it means does not take any definite shape. It means that POP become waste. That POP become wasted. Before I am going to discuss the uses of plaster of Paris, one thing I want to tell you that gypsum, when we heat gypsum at 100 degrees Celsius, it will changes into POP, but never heat gypsum above 100 degrees Celsius. If we heat above 100 degrees Celsius, it will eliminate all water molecules. It means that time this calcium sulfate becomes anhydrous calcium sulfate. Anhydrous means which does not contain no any water molecule. No water. It does not contain no water molecules, and that time it becomes so hard. It becomes so hard substance. By adding water into it, it will never change into POP. That time this anhydrous calcium sulfate is known as a dead burnt plaster, which have no further use. Now I'm going to discuss the uses of plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris is used to make toys, cheap ornaments, statues, etc. due to its water retention capacity. Second use, plaster of Paris is also used in hospitals for setting the fractured bones in the right position for their proper healing. Another use, plaster of Paris is also used for sealing the many apparatus that we use in chemistry lab. It is used to seal up the many apparatus which are used in chemical or biology lab. Another use of plaster of Paris, most common use of plaster of Paris, is used to design on the ceiling of house and other buildings. Means it is used as for a decoration purposes, etc. Now the last topic of this chapter is water of crystallization. What does it mean? It means when water molecules forming an essential part of crystal structure in some compounds. It means these when water molecules gives some crystal like structure or may some color to any chemical compound, that means that defined as water of crystallization. These water molecule does not wet the salt. Salt means chemical compound. Does not wet the salt. It generally give definite shape to their crystals and also may impart some color to the chemical compound. For example, there are lots of salts which have water molecules in their chemical formula. For example, most common is a copper sulfate. Copper sulfate contains 5 molecules of water. Due to these 5 molecules of water, it gives blue color to copper sulfate. Another example, iron sulfate. Iron sulfate contains 7 molecules of water, and these 7 molecules of water gives green color to the iron sulfate. And lots of more examples are there. First of all, explain you what happen when we heat these chemical compounds. For example, I have a test tube. Suppose I have a test tube which contain copper sulfate. When I'm going to heat this copper sulfate in a test tube, when I heat this copper sulfate, all the water molecules will be eliminated from here, means water molecules evaporate from the salt solution. Then this salt solution becomes white in color because all the water molecules will be evaporated from here. When I add some water molecules in this test tube which contain white colored copper sulfate, that this time this copper sulfate is also known as a anhydrous copper sulfate because it does not contain any water molecule. When I am adding water molecule into it reagain blue color. Why it reagain the blue color? Because now this time copper sulfate, anhydrous copper sulfate become hydrated copper sulfate. Hydrated means now this time this copper sulfate contain 5 molecules of water in it. Same case is applied with the iron sulfate. Iron sulfate have 7 molecules of water. Due to which its color is green. When I am heating this iron sulfate, it loses its green color. Why it loses green color? Because all the water molecules became eliminated, and this time this salt is known as a anhydrous iron sulfate. Many salts have no any colors. For example, sodium carbonate, which is also known as a washing soda. Washing soda is generally white in color, but this washing soda have some crystal like structure. Particles are present in it. Why crystal-like structure particles are present in washing soda? Due to the presence of 10 water molecules in it. But this water molecule does not give any definite color. It is generally white in color. All this topic is used to explain the water of crystallization. Now this chapter is completed. Hope you understand this topic. We'll continue in next video. See you soon.